Hi everyone! Surprise! I'm here. Um, I know it's a bit of an earlier stream, but I wanted to do something for y'all, and because I've missed the last couple of days because I've been so not going, so don't feel best, and our roads are still not super plowed and all that onto it, but I know they're getting to it. Excuse me. But hello, hello. Uh, Today I am going to be playing game recommendation from my Discord that I have down below. Uh, Somebody, I think it was Alone Forever. Alone put that they wanted to see me play um the beginner's guide. And so I was looking through the game suggestions and I was trying to pick out like something relatively not super expensive or anything so I can play. Upwork Skipper. Hi. Hi. I'm still not feeling the greatest, so I decided to stay home today. Hello, work goer. I yeah, so I haven't been feeling that great and still snowy and gross outside. So I was like, just gonna stay home. Me and Vendel decided to just be like, it's Friday. We can do that. But Alone put on my Discord that they wanted me to get the beginner's guide and they highly recommended it. And I was looking through the game suggestions, and unfortunately, I know that there's some game suggestions on there that some people have been really wanting me to play, like the Persona, Hollow Knight, and some other stuff onto it. I just can't afford those right now. And the beginner's guide was on sale. And so it was only like $10. And so, oh, hi, Rogue. Hi, Rogue. Hi, that be the week vibes. Glad you're looking a bit better. Thank you. Yeah, and I'm feeling better, but it's still kind of rough. It's still hard to keep stuff down, and it's still hard to eat anything. This is the first like actual drink that's not Sprite or well, no, yesterday I was sipping on my Pepsi, but like this is the first like actual legitimately without having to drink Sprite or water or anything to keep down into my system. So and like in like a hot couple of minutes. So but yeah, I'm going to be playing that today, and I figured like, hey, since I haven't been feeling the greatest, and I owe you all a stream, so why not hop in a little bit early today and see what we can play. So I'm gonna get started onto this game. I was trying to get it set up, but it wasn't wanting to work. Let's see how it looks on here. Post it. Oh, it looks beautiful. Okay. I don't know if you're gonna need controller or not controller onto it, so we're just gonna begin the game. But hi, Rogue. How are you? Ooh, make sure audio is on. WASD for controls and mouse button to click. Apparently, this game is made by the same people that
Hi
made
there.
Stanley
Thank
Parable.
you very much for playing The Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level
Oh,
for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning
hold on. There we go.
the
Sorry.
basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get. And make sure. Okay.
scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work.
I'm sorry, I have an ad starting in 5 seconds, and I don't want to continue on without anybody missing anything fun. So I'm just gonna pause it real quick, and then we'll continue on with the story onto it, because I don't want people missing out onto it just because they can't do subscribe to me or anything along those lines. I don't want everybody missing out on the good stuff. So I'm just gonna be here for a minute, and we'll chit chat. Rogue Ash says that they are good, and Flynn Forecast says fun. Yes. But yeah, I just wanted to start this weekend off a little earlier than normal, and I wanted to just take all the R&R that I could possibly need and try to go from there. And then hopefully my stomach just stops being so upset. I don't understand what's going on. I wonder if that, because I thought the bug was clearing, but it's not quite done yet. So yesterday it got me really, really good unexpectedly. And so I had to leave my stream for a hot minute because I was not okay. And so still feeling 50-50. But we'll see. And you know what? I would rather have this kind of flu or this kind of bug going on than the flu going on, because whatever's been going around with the flu has been absolutely nasty. I've been hearing people getting fevers. I've been hearing people throwing up. I've been hearing all kinds of different shit. Like nobody's really able to eat. It's been a whole bunch of shenanigans. And so I heard it's been really, really rough for a lot of people. So I would rather this little stomach bug that's giving me a run for my money versus, fevers. Well, I'm already throwing up, but like fevers and like fatigue and like other flu symptoms and shit onto there. But that's just me.
Together is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Oh. White rooms, white walls. Oh my god.
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Like I'm playing laser tag. Oh, can't go that way. Can I run? Oh, I can crouch. Okay, let's go. Bullets are a little laggy, but that's fine. This is cute. It's like
it kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
Oh, I'm out of bullets.
But ultimately, we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Yeah, I agree. Wow, look at the design out there.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Yes. Oh. I mean, like, I think this is so cool. I love stars. Stars are so pretty. Stars are beautiful. And then I like the, I wish I could zoom in. Like the bottom of the stars and stuff right there. I like those. I like those a lot.
Apparently, this space station has a labyrinth on it.
Oh no.
Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Oh.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting.
Okay.
The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Mikey bought me. Alright, I'm reading it now. Excuse me. Mikey bought me Hollow Knight and Silksong for Christmas. I put 70 plus hours into Hollow Knight and over 30 Silksong. I'm absolutely amazing games. I know. I know.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam.
Oh.
It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
Real quick. I know that they're amazing games. I haven't seen much gameplay, but I know that they're really tough. And their art style into the Hollow Knight and Silksong, beautiful. And then I heard like the sound.
This is not
like,
a branching point, unfortunately. The only option is to step into the beam.
Okay, I'm explaining. I'm explaining it. But the sounds and the music and stuff into that game, beautiful, absolutely amazing. Man. Oh, so I just.
Let me pause here for a
I
second.
just die?
What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Oh. Oh! Oh my god!
The beam causes you to start floating.
I love it.
And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it, like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this
Hi, Charlie.
and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one
Oh,
behind.
I'm so sad he left this one behind. That's cool. I like that. I like that. Even if it's just a glitch, like, I wish that there was more games that are like that, when you're like, aha, I did the thing, and it's just like, haha, nope. And you just get out of there. But hi, Charlie. That looks so cool. I know, right? This game is super cute. Oh. Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
In this game, you can only walk
I
backwards.
can only walk. Oh. Pass was behind her. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's only letting me hit the backspace. Feeling better? 50-50. Today was a little bit rougher for some reason. Might have been, I might have pushed
So it's a
myself
short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Code is trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Past was behind her, but the future could not be seen. Oh, that's cute. Why does the future... I have to go... Oh, that's gonna make me dizzy. Feeling better? It's like a 50-50. Yesterday, I feel like I pushed it too hard a little bit, and I was being a little crazy, because I did get sick towards the end of my stream yesterday, and so it's a little sad. I'm a little sad about it, but that's why I'm kind of hanging out today. I'll hope it clears up really quick. Thank you, Charlie. How are you doing, my dear? But the future cannot be seen. Why does the future keep changing? Is it over here? Oh, that's really cool. I like that. Thank you, Charlie. She stops and looks. It becomes clearer. Ooh. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find strength to confront it?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say,
It's
and then it ends.
cute.
Didn't need anything more than that.
No, I agree.
Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Another bad brain day, just watching you and playing The Last of Us Part 2. Ah, I hate those bad brain days. I understand. It needs to be nicer to you, though. You're so sweet. You are now entering. I'm sorry you're having a bad brain day.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
I'm patient. I'm willing.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Nonsense is nearly in every direction is what that
I wish
said.
I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
A little heart and a ghosty. Yeah. I get it though. Sometimes bad brain days really happen. They're aggressive. I hope it starts being nicer to you. That's why we're gonna do fun games today if we can help it. This one looks really cute. This one was recommended to me by excuse me, by Alone in my game suggestion. Am I going slower?
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Oh. Until you realize you can just walk through the walls. Aww.
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games.
You run a shop inside your own body selling organs strategically to make the most money
Coda
before
would
you
often
die.
tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
True. You start in a small room until you realize you can just walk through the walls. The game is nothing but giant blocks of text explaining what's happening. Oh, I was gonna read all of those. Pause those to read those if you guys can. Ready, set, fish. When like, I'll probably post this onto my YouTube onto it. But I would definitely pause to read those. I'll probably go back and try to read through them. I appreciate it. You deserve the world, Charlie, and I hope you know that. Absolutely, my love.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Well, I don't know if I messed up. It's dark. It's dark. I needed some lights. Jump. Crawl. Trying to click on the walls to see if I can find anything. Crawl. Let me see if I... Oh, that really didn't do much. Lever on this thing. Oh!
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
Oh!
We're gonna see it a lot.
That's cute! I like that. Okay. I got 3 dots here, though. I don't know if that means something.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. All right, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room. How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world.
That's so
Either
cool.
way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
Oh, that's so... This looks like my kind of game. Wow, right? This is from January 2009. You are now exiting. No, I don't want to exit.
So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
The Great and Complete Descent.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Yeah. Like Unreal 5 and...
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source.
Unity.
Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well. The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Hold on. Not done exploring yet. This is cute. I like this. Sorry, my phone is going crazy right now. I apologize. I'm bad. I'm here. What was that? Oh, and now I can close the doors and stuff too. This is pretty. I like this design. Wait, down here. What the fuck? Yo. Whoa. No way! This is trippy. No! No! Ah! Oh. Y'all don't get to see my parkour skills. I'm not good at games anyway, though. This is cool. Hello. Are these beds? They look like bed frames. Get the shit out of me. Hello? Are they prison cells? Oh my god. No! Let me out! Oh, I can't move. Oh, I have to go forward. Okay. Oh.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go.
Oh.
If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else.
That's petty.
I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There was.
That's cute. That's petty and that's cute. That's super supportive that you went to help your friend. That you're supporting him by like still playing his games and stuff, even though that, you know, it wasn't really anything crazy with it. Man, this is cool. Something behind the glass? No. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm investigating this whole part of this game. I appreciate that sound of gravel as you're walking on it.
It's the puzzle again. with the exact same solution as the last time. There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
This is so cool. Very cute. Oh, and you made the sky and such too? And like, that's the thing with this too, he's only getting better. He's only getting better with every development onto it. I love that. Fireplace? You there. Did you come from above?
Here, Coda begins
What
using
was
a
up
kind
there?
of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Oh. You there. Did you come from above? What was up there? Yes, there was a world stamped with whiteness. Yes, there was an enormous prison I spent hours in. Yes, there was... Oh, it's number 3. Yes, there were these floating colored blocks. That's the world above? You've been there? Now this is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with the 2 doors and switches? Yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming up here. No, I don't remember having to go through that in puzzle 3. I prefer not to tell you, after all, we've only just met. I'll be honest, yeah. Literally the last thing I did. Again, perfect. Now please tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. Number 1 is, I don't remember how to solve it, but I'm trying to remember, but I can't. Number 2 is, I didn't solve it, somebody else let me in. And number 3, trust me, you don't want to go over there. I'll do. Number 2. You didn't solve it, so you've learned nothing. You cannot help us escape this prison. You're not the one that I need. Surely there'll be somebody else. Interesting. I wonder if that changes. The soundtrack in this is mwah. Let me know if it's a little loud. Hello, how did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? Ooh, yes, do you want to know how to solve it? Or 2, no, I've been here this entire time. I'll say yes. No, we actually find the black space between the doors can be far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? Why did I care about the space between the doors? Actually, now that you mention it, I remember feeling strange as I passed through it, and I don't recall a space between the doors. I like 2, because I noticed the darkness and stuff onto it. Don't think too hard about it. You'll see it again soon. Yeah, I think that's cool, because I've always thought, like, I was thinking that there might be something different about the black stuff onto the, like, smoky stuff onto the sides of the doors. But I wasn't 100% sure. I worry that the game might be a little too loud, so I'm going to turn it just a tiny bit down. There we go. Okay. And I'll do that same thing. I'm so sorry. I'll do the same thing with my... There we go. Okay.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Oh, sound design.
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them.
Hell yeah.
And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
I like the idea that it's like kind of like a light at the end of the tunnel. Like as you keep moving forward, something to look forward to. This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players. Oh! What? Oh. Who did that? Who's bullying this?
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person.
That's
In
really
retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy trying to get his attention. I was over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
How do you beat this game? The first one, I don't know if you guys read it. I'll read it real quick. It says, nice room. Not. This one says, how do you beat this game? This one says, there's no point to this. Wow. Whoa. Holy shit. Yeah, that's what I said. Whoa. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Reasonable.
Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them.
Everyone.
Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness.
I agree. Everyone read
I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and
place makes
beliefs
me sad.
and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
I wrote much wrong. I'd rather be doing literally anything other than playing this. Oh my gosh.
But it's ironic, isn't it? That in
Yeah,
playing this
right here.
game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we
Many
get to know him
messages.
better and actually kind of connect with him.
Space soon we will
And I have to be honest with you, this idea is
Cool
really
cavern, bro.
seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it
was so
felt like
nice,
they
I
let
liked
me
them.
have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting
not
me
be afraid,
personally
you care.
into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
I just saw a flying penguin. Let me tell you, it was the most majestic thing I've ever seen. I don't like living. I don't feel like nothing will ever be as majestic as that. I never want to see it again. That nothing will ever be that beautiful again. I'm crying now. Oh my gosh. How is there wood and grass and concrete? How is there wood, grass, and concrete here? The fuck? Balls. I'll tell you a secret. Once upon a time I did. Find fun? I'm king of the world. That's really cute. The shit is this cavern? Boring. I can assure you, guaranteed, that there's an acorn somewhere here in this place and all the sailors are looking for it. Oh my gosh. I'll read every single one of these. I don't care. Hey guys, just looking for someone to talk with. Aw. We'll talk. What's up? I refuse to believe. Butt-ass butt. I need to go to the frickin' bathroom. Belt. Recognize me, please. There's nothing here. Go back. Don't listen to that guy. A free t-shirt. Need another side. Need another other side. Or why you so... Make games. Clue doors. Cannot open door. Thanks. Door how open? Open sesame. Someday I will meet the person who made this. Help people because their internal good feel. I help people because of the internal good feeling I get. New room. You hear the chimes? They keep going, don't they? I would very much like to be desired. Scared of writing something. Don't want to feel judged. It's not very crowded here. Welcome, congratulations. I don't really know where to go with this. You can go in here, I think. Don't bother. Game where you leave notes and suddenly everyone's a poet. See, that's the thing, right? If somebody was to leave a game like that onto it, everybody thinks that their message is going to be the best message ever. And like everybody's going to be the top shit of it. This is where I get off. I failed to write anything here. I am compelled. Stop, turn back, proceeding further will only result in misery. Aw. Be nice. Take my hand, let's jump together. Cabbage shapes our nation. My cabbages! What is that painting? It is a nice painting. I like that. Very abstract. Very pretty. It does not matter if you ever get over there. It does matter. Hey, don't talk about me that way. Very good game. Yeah, it is a good game. I like this. I think this is not going anywhere. Next time I will do better. You're doing fantastic. I need somebody to talk to. What's up? Lamau. Thanks, Charlie. Is this a note? Don't listen to the other notes. Exactly. Don't listen to the other notes. I'm not safe. Today I learned you cannot fall off. Ethical. Go outside in. I saw a person walking down there, and now it won't come back. Devil Tower Star. Oh, is that like a tarot card? Well done, all of you. Painting, what does it mean? Whoever made this has issues. Oh my god. Who are all of you? Hold on. I gotta go to this other one. Wish I could run. Stop baking it. Art. Hey guys, how's it going? Just hanging. Help, I am trying to speak. I think about how things look messy from up close, perfect from far away. From up here, it just looks like dots. I mean, it's pretty. I like it. Cabbage shapes our nation. Again, once more. We won. We will all die someday. Not pretending you are other people. Spoilers, it doesn't mean anything. Everything means something. It's about how this game is pretentious. It's about how this game is pretentious and you all suck. Wow. Devil Tower Star. I'm pretty sure that's tarot cards. Maybe I'll feel real someday. Aw. He was himself the most horrible creature he could imagine. Well, I'm here now. Yeah, we're all here now. There must be a reason for it, though. Exactly! His terrible secret. He kept it well. I beat the game. Proud of you. More room.
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means.
Scared
Each
of
of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
That makes sense. There's people whispering in my ears. Scared of writing something, don't want to feel judged. I don't appreciate the whispers. Hey, stop that. Get some help. Escape, escape, escape. He cut it up and spread it between the worlds. What is he spreading? Almost there. I've seen everything. I've traveled the world. I have never told anyone. I wish there was notes in the real world. There are notes in the real world. I like notes. Become one with the spiraling nonsense. Downward, keep digging.
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Close your eyes and wish for it really bad. Almost at the end. Does this puzzle have a solution? OMG, I've been here for literally an hour. What the fuck do I do? Help! Help! This doesn't make sense. The second door won't open. Shit, how do you solve it? Developer, answers, please.
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment.
Yeah.
A few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Cute. I'm heading back to the start later, guys. No answer, I think. There's no second switch. No solution. Guys, it's so bad in here. Typewriter? How do you leave notes? Typewriters? Are you there? Please say something. It can be anything. I just need you to say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? And then it just says speak. Porn stars die
this
too.
one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
This one is called Porn Stars Die Too. Oh, nice. Music's a little intense. Okay. Oh, the door opened. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty. Oh.
See, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
What the hell? What furniture ought to go in the center of the room? Oh, you get to pick it. How about a TV with surround sound? That's a table. Okay, what about along the wall of the room? Let's put a huge picture of a horse. I really like a washing machine. 10 stoves line up along the wall. Let's do number 3. 10 stoves line up along the wall. Couches. I think we should lighten up this room a bit. Skylight, full ceiling window. Let's open this bay up. I'm thinking a 10 by 12 recessed electric 6-inch soft LED ceiling lights with fluorescent trim. Number 3, we'll put live Tesla coils in each corner. Yeah. Number 3. A big number 3, my lord. And a table. You need a table. Who are you? Where exactly are you doing this from? I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making a difference. Tables were invented in 1935. I think number 2. Pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. Oh.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Oh my. It's a puzzle. Or like a labyrinth.
Okay,
Oh,
he throws
okay.
it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Hello, please walk forward. This guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Follow the instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. First, click on this table. Okay. Good. Go over to the photo frame and click on it. Click to turn it slightly. Now turn the floor lamp in this room off, then turn it back on. Okay. Now go to the left side sofa, move it over a little. This is the left, right? Finally touch the shelves. That's it. In real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start, be taken back to your prison. Table painting.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
Yeah.
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this, to see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop, that particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Okay, hold on. My room got cold. I got a blanket. It's kind of like a blanket. It has a hood. I got it from Burlington. Really cute. $10 on sale. Look at it. Spooky. It has a hood and everything on it. It's pretty cool. Matches my spooky vibe. I feel like a child. But I'm cold. It's really cold. The high is 20 degrees outside. I think is the high for where I am right now. And I'm right by the front door. I thought this was cute. Comes with a little hood. It's like a Snuggie. So cute, isn't it? I found it. It was like $10. I was like, Ah, hell yeah. Cover over my headphones and everything. If I ever make merch, it's gonna be like a Snuggie. It's just gonna be like a really, really comfortable hoodie. You know, someday. I'm gonna be making comfy clothes. Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm from after you escaped prison. You're me? So you were trapped in this prison too? Yep, I was in the furniture
It's a
maze.
conversation. And so
I was in
this
the
is
escape
what
tutorial.
Coda wants, is
I
to
was
be
in the-
able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows.
Aw.
But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Aw. I bought myself the Aussie version of a Snuggie. I ended up buying one for my cats because they kept stealing mine. That's super cute. What's the Aussie version of a Snuggie? I'm curious. An Odie? A Snuggie Odie? That's really cute. Lined with Sherpa wool. Oh, that's pretty cool. I was in the reverse prison. That's where I am right now. Oh, I'm so glad to know that I get out eventually. What's it like to escape? Oh. Actually, I'm forgetting what being in oh my gosh. Actually, I'm forgetting what being in the prison was like. It's strange, but in a way, I kind of miss being in the prison. It feels like being completely still and wildly in motion at the same time. I think it would probably be... I've already forgotten what being in the prison was like. Probably. Hell yes to spooky Seaster merch. You'd be considering Spooky Seaster? That's exactly what I would name it too, is Spooky Seaster. I like to. In a strange way, I kind of miss being in the prison. Why? Was there anything about that you felt... Was there anything about it that you felt good about? Being here sucks. True, but maybe I only like things once. I don't have them anymore. 2, it was comfortable. I knew its limits and I knew my place. 3, but don't you feel excited about getting out? The promise of freedom? Yeah. Excited is the only thing that matters to me. The only thing that's keeping me going. Excited doesn't really do it justice. Exactly, you have something you care about, something to look forward to. 2, you won't always have something that you care about as much as this. 3, just be with that enthusiasm for a bit. Let it ooze into your flesh. Yeah, I like number 1 because like that's how it is about a lot of things, is that you get super excited about doing something and then you do it and you're like, well, I was more excited about doing the thing than actually doing the thing. And then sometimes it's like, oh, I got to do the thing. Now it's over with because the anticipation's gone. Wait, if you're me, then you got to call from another version of when you were trapped. No, I think I'm the first person to call back. Yeah, I think it's number 1. Then can you tell me how to get out? Maybe I can come find you. What do I have to do? To get out, all you have to do is be sincere. To get out, all you need to do, tell me how you feel right now. To get out, just talk with me for a bit. I think that one's it, because it's very hinting that it's very much of like not it's very much of just being like he needs somebody to talk to, and I think he just needs to, yeah. What? That's all? That will free me? How does that work? Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. Just talk to me. And 3, it will make sense. I think number 1. Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. Okay, I can talk. Let's just talk for a bit. Will you be here? I will be here for as long as you need. Absolutely. That's cute.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
I like that. August 2009.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself? To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the 2 doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
And also, Charlie, I am trying to get something in the works a little bit. But I'm making it myself, if that makes sense. Everything that I'll be doing my own stuff. But just as a small heads up, as a teeny little bit of information. Yes, I'm kind of excited about it. Low key, I'm working on it, trying to see what I want to do with it, and I have a couple of ideas that I'm really gonna go. That's exciting, right? I'm excited. I'm just experimenting with some things. I'm just experimenting. I'm trying some things out, but I'm designing it myself, if that helps. So if I can design it to myself, then hopefully that'll help as well. But we'll see. That's really pretty. This is super pretty. I really like this. I really like this music. I look so silly. I'm so sorry. It's cold. Well, my goodness. I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. Thought I might be having to clean this entire house all by myself. And right miserable that would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes.
You'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games.
I was gonna say.
Including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
That's so cute. I love progression. Nah, you look adorable and cozy. Thank you. I'm cozy. I got another blanket on the bottom of me too. I just need my cat. I need Soba to jump in here and give me lovin's. Keep me warm. Don't worry about me. A place this nice, I'm glad to stay here all night. And lousy home make home loners. Are we cleaning this whole place? I'll be joy. And lousy homes make home loners. Ha! Something tells me you're gonna be fun to do this job with. Well, this place isn't going to clean itself as far as I know. I'll finish up here. In the meantime, could you please clear the table? Yes, absolutely. Much nicer. That's the table I would like to see. Now, would you please run to the bedroom and make the bed? That's the bedroom. That's the bathroom. This looks so good! Can I clean your carpet too? Can I fix it? Ugh. That's one of my goals. I want a whole ass library that I can just have by myself. Make the bed. No. While you're in there, why don't you straighten the rug a little bit? All details matter. Yes. Can I actually make it straight? Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? How'd you end up doing this job? It's been a long time since I've seen a house this messy. Can I clean? I think number 2. That's how I would ask that. How'd you end up doing this job? A friend dragged me along at a time when I was particularly desperate for cash. Turns out I've never felt so good doing something for money in my whole life. I never did like cleaning my own home. I might have got some demons that I ain't ready to face yet. Speaking of demons, someone's put this couch in all a mess. Why don't you come out and straighten these pillows here? Oh dear, looks like someone spilled a drink over by the couch. Maybe you mop that up as long as you're over there? Sure. This is so pretty. Spill. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. Yeah, I'll try to get by. And 3, do you absolutely have to? No, make it especially cheesy. No, it was stupid, sorry. Never mind. No! No, tell me! Tell me! No, I have an ad coming. I have an ad in 10 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna let my ad play real quick. I'm not gonna do anything, don't worry. No, please, tell me your cheesiness. I want to hear the cheesiness. I don't mind some cheesiness. Cheesiness is cute. Come on, Ed. It says, hey, these dishes need to be washed. Why don't you come do that? I'll wash your dishes real quick. Last I checked, the tub needs a cleaning. How about you scrub it down as best as you can? No need to be perfect. We're all just human. Are the books still scattered on the floor of the bedroom? If so, would you put them all back on the shelf? Oh, there it is. Okay. This game is so cute. And it's just a friend that needs help cleaning. It's just a friend that needs, you know, just a friend that needs. And it's really funny. Like, if a friend asked me, or if somebody that, like, I can tell that they're not really, like, in the right headspace or something along those lines, if they asked me to do it, I'm more than likely to do the same thing like how I'm doing now. Like, absolutely, yeah, I'll help you. Let's get this load done. Let's get these stuff done. You know, what do you need? How can I help you? And then, for me to do something like this for myself, I'm my worst nightmare, dude. I'm terrible. But if somebody was to ask me for help onto this, I would help them in a heartbeat. In the bedroom, if so, would you put them back on the shelf? OMG felt. It's true. Like, that's how I call it the mom override.
After the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
It says, now then, how about you come and clear these dishes off the table? But OMG felt. I call it the mom override, where it's like, I can't do it. I don't want to say I can't do it, but I have such a hard time doing it for myself. But the moment I know that somebody else needs help or somebody else needs me to do it for them, I'm like right there. I'm like, what can I do for you? How can I help you, my friend? What can I do for you? House cleaning is so difficult. How do you do it? Are all the houses this easy to clean? Do the chores ever end? That's how I feel. Do the chores ever end? Darling, let me tell you something. Whatever work you do, you have absolutely got to own it. Otherwise, it owns you. So why don't we be with the task at hand and leave the future chores to future you? Present you wants to smooth out the rug in the bedroom.
Really
I believe it or not.
Of all of his work,
Trust
actually,
me
this was the
on
only
this
one
one.
that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time, just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
These types of games like this, where it has like you doing the dishes or putting stuff on that, it reminds me of like, I believe the game was called like Unpacking or something along those lines, where it's just a cozy little game where you're like unpacking like people's rooms and stuff onto it. But I heard that there's like an actual story to that game, but that's like the type of game that I feel like this is, to where it's just like one of those where it's like mind numbing, where you can just go and start doing it. There's nothing else to do it. You're like, oh, but with unpacking, I know that you unpack boxes and put like, you know, toilet paper into like the cabinet, and then, you know, hangers into the closet, and such a clothes into like the dresser, and then like that's how you put away your stuff onto it, and there's no like right or wrong answer to it. And that's how I feel like this game, this one in particular, is like there's no wrong way of doing something onto this. Present you wants to smooth out the rug in the bedroom, believe it or not. Trust me on this one. Looks like the tub has gotten rather dirty. Would you mind tidying it up a bit? Earlier when I said I had a really cheesy thought, I was going to say that it occurs to me that one house is a lot like one soul. You take care of it and it takes care of you. I don't know why I felt so weird about saying it. 1, I get it. It's a weird thing to say someone you just met. 2, you're right. That's pretty cheesy. But 3, there's a bit of truth in it, no? Yeah, there's a bit of truth in it. You got to take care of yourself to make it take care of you. Anyway. So, housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Books. Would you please clean up the books? Yup. Oh goodness, those pillows on the couch are a real mess.
I'm glad he made this.
Would you go over and straighten them up a bit? And have those folks coming home to a messy couch. Question. Answer.
But, of course, it can't last.
Do you enjoy
this? The
this?
music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave.
I did
the
enjoy
door
it.
at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
I mean, truth. Gotta keep moving forward. Like that Meet the Robinsons movie. It always seems like you're climbing the next hill to keep going.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
Items you love
This
at
one
members
gets
only
a bit
prices.
goofy.
Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? Was it to get a better job? Was it to make your relationship more meaningful? No. You came here to become perfect. This workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. What? Right now, who do you think about that way in your life? Who do you know is so well developed as a person that makes you feel so disgusted with yourself? Compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful. I intend to make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp, but nobody's perfect. And the question is, how do we do it? How do we do it effortlessly? It's easy. This is so easy. It's so easy.
About halfway through the game, the perspective shifts.
Being perfect is effortless. Oh, shit! Wait, yo, what the fuck? Oh, God!
And you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Sure, Teach, there's just a black hole behind me as I'm talking about you know, perfectionism. This is the key. How do I achieve it with no effort? On the way to work, I told an elderly person to start contributing to society. Kids should not follow their dreams. Oh my God. This is the key. How do I achieve it with no effort? Well, let me tell you right now, if it isn't effortless, then it's not the right answer. 2, I still love you. It's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. 3, being alone must be awful. Oh my God. What the fuck? Let me tell you right now, if it isn't effortless, then it's not the right answer. Thank goodness all of you perceive me as being wise and intelligent. Drinking is not hurting my life. If you are torturing yourself trying to find the right solutions for your life, you're not doing it right. That's the worst advice you can give somebody. Drinking is not hurting my life. Do you understand that you won't be happy until you love me? This is for you. Ew! Seek out only one thing. What is the easiest, simple path forward? Ew, I'm developing a... Ew, I'm developing a cyst. Gross. What the fuck? Oh my God. I guess number 2 is the only one that I like out of those answers. Seek out only one thing. What is the easiest, simplest path forward? Just kidding. Anyone else want to do some ecstasy after this? There's no truth. There's no path. I like just kidding. Oh. What if I'm not a good teacher? Do what is easiest. Do what is simplest. Feel what is true. Number 3. Holy shit, you guys. Something is coming out of the back of the room. Look out. Nothing. No one. It's coming for you. It's going to destroy us. Everybody run. Run. It's coming for you. It's going to destroy you.
I fell pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days.
That's a really pretty black hole, though. Like, to be honest, a black hole is very beautiful.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
He likes to use the same decorations and stuff, too, like the couches, the table. I understand that it's probably from the unit, from the engine. Oh, dang it. It's from that engine that he plays his game with, but that's okay. That he creates his game with, not play his game. Come on. Oh. This is beautiful. Is it hard to see? I don't know if I can do... Okay. It's not letting me do brightness level. So. I actually have to turn off the light so I can see, because it is pretty dark. Alright, the performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are gathering app professionals. First, you'll start leaning against this wall. That scared the shit out of me. Good. Stay right there. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It is your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Where's the bathroom? Hello. And sorry I have to leave. Hello. Hello? That's it? That's not a conversation. You need to actually converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again. I'm super scared right now. I like you. Here are all of my hopes and dreams. Here are all of my hopes and dreams. No. That's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feel of the setting. There was a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. These cones that bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby. Boing. Boing. Oh my god, can I bounce? I can bounce in between them. Boing, boing. I'm sorry, are you saying I'm auditioning? Boing, boing, boing. Come on, I can do it. It's not letting me do it continuously. Imagine I can break the game where I'm just bouncing them back and forth like this. It'd be so fucking funny. Now, talk to her again. Okay, I'll go talk to her. Excuse me. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. I bet you've learned to lean into the pain. What are some sacrifices that you've had to make? I'll do number 1. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. You're messing it all up again. You'll freak her out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. Do you not realize how important it is for me? I'll never get an opportunity like this again. Everything was writing on this. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. Let me out! Let me out! Okay. I can't run. I'm still just a rat in the cage. Hello? Hello? Let me out. Let me out. Oh, lamp. Lamp! Lamp. Lamp means the end, no? Okay, yes. Now this is working.
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life.
This is
the
what I like.
solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success. The answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away, which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect.
I agree.
To connect with this person, to bring him closer.
I agree. I agree.
But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
Mobius Trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Oh my gosh. You must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. What's going on? I can't die like this. I can't die like this. Something enormous just appeared on the radar. What's going on? Something suddenly went to black. Giant door and my vision went black. I can't see anything in it either. Please someone talk to me. Please tell me how to solve this. Please don't let this be forever. I have no idea where we are. Am I going to be killed by a giant door? Fuck. What's going on?
You
Can't
should
die like this.
probably
I
open
can't die
your
like
eyes
this.
if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve
Don't know
otherwise.
yet. I'm trying to follow.
And there is a
find the
solution, by
shield.
the way.
Someone can help. I don't know why it's happening to me too. Please don't let this be forever. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, okay. The way to stop it is to speak something that is honest. I can't keep making these. Yes, that's it. That's the truth. Oh.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from?
I don't feel it anymore.
But then even
I'm out
weirder,
of ideas.
his
It's
work has
draining me.
potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
I'm out of ideas. Keep going. Keep talking. I haven't been honest. I can't figure out to say the thing. I thought this was going to be easy. I think number 2. I can't figure out how to say the thing. You're doing it. It's working. I'm alone. I'm stuck in it. I have to work harder. Something I tell myself daily. I gotta go harder. We're going to be okay. This game got serious.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
This is getting pretty intense. Where am I? Where did this island come from? How do I get out of here? Hello, is anybody there? Where did this island come from? It's so pretty. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. I'm completely out of ideas. When I try to create, I feel empty, and I have nothing left to give to my work. Completely out of ideas. Oh no! What happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me to start it again. Sure, we'll do number 1. There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. This is so pretty. Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. What? You have to take me to it. I need to see it to know why it stopped. I think number 3. Clarification for me. I can take you to it.
If the
There's a
last
problem.
game featured Coda talking explicitly about his
Started by
creative
difficult
frustrations,
puzzle.
this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
I can take you to it, but there's a problem. It's guarded by a difficult puzzle. If you can help me solve the puzzle, we'll find the machine. Deal? Doesn't matter what I say, does it? We're gonna end up right there one way or another, right? Deal. I picked number 3. I did not pick number 2 or number 1. I did pick number 3. That's fascinating that it still says just good enough. Perfect. Come along. I'll show it to you.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was.
Here's the
was
puzzle.
In his
What do
own
you
little
think?
bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet. And so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
I'll do the hey, I recognize. I know I keep turning my light on and off, but this white light on the background is very, very bright. I gotta have some. Hey, I recognize this. Oh, wonderful. Can you tell me how to do it? First you have to close the door. First you have to open the door. First you have to press the switch on the... First you press the switch on the inside? No, first you have to open the door, which is 2. Yeah. There's no black. Oh, there it is. There we go. Now you have to close the first door. Now you have to open the first door. Now you press the switch on the inside. Now you have to close the first door. Okay, now what? Now you have to close the second. Alright, what's next? Now, just press the switch here. Now just close the first door. Now just open the first door. 3. Now press the switch. Ah, that was so simple.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
True. That's very, very true. God, that was so simple. I can't believe I'd never solved it before this. Okay, here we are. What are you talking about? There's no machine here. These are just words on some walls. I'm completely out of ideas. Where am I? Where did this island come from? I need to see it to know why it stopped. Deal. Hey, I recognize this. There was a machine that kept me going, and it stopped. These are all of the things that I said. What are you talking about? There's no machine here. These are just some words on the walls. There's no machine here. Trust me, you'll see. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that the game development is simple and joyous and that you love 100% of it of the time. Sure, making games is simple. Okay, making games is simple. Sure, making games is easy. Alright, making games is effortless. Sure, making games is easy. Ah, that feels wonderful. But it wasn't true. Why did the walls just crumble? And why did it feel so awful when I said that? Don't worry about it. Just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. It's not easy, though. When I make the games, I feel completely energized. I am constantly excited and enthusiastic by my work. It's easy and never stops being easy. I'm constantly excited and enthusiastic by my work. Yes, that's wonderful. Keep going.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me.
Yeah,
I
100%.
was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering.
I agree. If you're having a burnout, take a break. Do something different. Every time I make something, I feel better about myself. Never stop creating and you'll never feel bad. It's such a simple solution. Ooh, it's such a simple solution is hard to me. because of, you know, the door that you just opened up. It's just a simple solution. There we go. My stuff looked unproportionate. Damn. Just never stop creating and you'll never feel bad. Oh, it's literally
This is
all the
someone I
words
really
that I
cared
had.
about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
Making games is easy. I didn't realize that it's every layer of like what I've answered. That's so creative. That's so creative. None of this is helping. I'm going to vomit. Please, where's the machine? I'm going to vomit. Patience, you have to trust me. I promise this will work. No! Please continue. No! Pain breezes effortlessly off me. Any sacrifices made for my work are 100% worth of the time. It always pays off eventually. That's probably what I'll do. This is the key. Sorry I have to leave. Do you understand?
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it.
Why do I feel off when I say
I
that?
wanted it
Somebody
to
please
stop
talk to me.
more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
Yes, more. Keep going. There's no shame, no fear, no guilt. I will be saved by my work. I believe this unquestionably. I am the vessel for certainty. You know, if we're being dramatic, let's do this. Incredible. That's it. I'm free. I'm free.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
Friend, if that's doing this to you, stop doing it. Stop doing it. If you're burnt out, take a break. Don't keep going onto it. Ma'am, glad to see you arrived safely. We've captured the machine. It is waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you feel like. I intend to be quick, I intend to be quiet, I intend to be brutal. I would say I intend to be quick. I intend to be quick. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing that you should know about this. Aww. One more thing you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. That's the name of the that's the name of the guy. Will we get to see the machine, ma'am? What do you... You hit it. What is the machine? Do you know the poisonous game? Do you know where the poisonous game? Can you tell us? You take a minute for the interview. Where did you find the machine? How did you capture the machine? What can you tell us? Is it actually a machine? Will it be punished? What are your next actions? Can you tell us what is with the machine? What has the machine been doing? Where's the machine now? Can you give us answers? No. Alone. Oh my gosh.
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped. You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. You stopped feeding us. These people out there, can you imagine what the pain you put them through? It's only because of your creation that any of us could make it through every day. How could we possibly go back to just trusting you to do this job? Oh, why are you being so mean? It's only because of your creation that any of us could make it through every day. Here's what needs to happen. You need to go to people who are out there and apologize. You have to admit the people that you allowed them to suffer. I've been so alone. Admit it! Admit it! I've been so alone. Apologize for leaving me. Oh, no, nothing. Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. I've seen the things you fear. No, don't be mean to yourself. Ah! No. I'm going to do number 1. No, nothing. Be mean to yourself. All right, then I will apologize to the people on your behalf. That's okay. Apologize. Let them know that you're burnt out. Don't threaten. My followers, my friends. My friends. It falls on me to deliver the bad news. I have a troubling revelation. It falls on me to deliver bad news. Machine will not apologize to us. No! I don't like these! The machine will not apologize to us. The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurt us. I don't like either of these answers. The machine will not apologize. The machine will not apologize. This is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. You will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. Number 2. You will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. Let us pay retribution. Let us show that we are not failures. Yeah. Let's show that we are not failures. Follow me. We will destroy the machine. Oh no, I don't like this. Follow me. We will destroy the machine. Follow me. We will destroy everything that the machine has created. No! Well, maybe it's symbolic that, like, you're destroying everything that you made onto the... I don't like destroying the machine. I'll do number 2. We'll destroy everything the machine has created. Because, you know, like... You don't have to... Don't destroy the machine. Just give it a break. If you don't like what you did, just go back and redo it. No! I don't like this. I refuse. Oh. But I'll make sure your work dies here. I'll make sure you are known forever. Oh my gosh. And this what you're scared of? Expose the view of others see every day, seen in naked clarity?
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
That's not the answer for all of that all the time, though. I appreciate your wanting to go and help your friend and such, but that may not be the answer all the time. And that might create more expectation.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
That's not what... Look at the graphics in this. Put down your weapon. No! I don't wanna. No. 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 I don't wanna. I took my hand off the mouse. No. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I refuse. No. I don't wanna. Hair's getting stuck. Nah. Looking to yourself.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy, so beautifully, beautifully happy. So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made.
Ugh.
So let's take a look.
I'm gonna cry. I understand your intentions, and I understand like what you were trying to do.
This is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, The Tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game. This room actually has a maze in it.
Oh, flashing lights.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Okay, no more flashing lights. You should be able to see it.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
I would say the deeper idea is like, try to keep going, but you're gonna mess up way more than make successes. How I feel about that.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Crazy. This game has gotten so intense so soon.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
Not all problems are meant to be fixed, though.
I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem.
Not all problems are meant to be fixed.
But I can open this door for you, so let me do that. Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution.
Yeah.
But I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
Yeah, I remember the 3 dots. This is so pretty and so sad. And it's fascinating how he used this as an outlet for like his emotions and stuff. Oh, it got so sad so quickly.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed.
It's not your problem to fix, though. That's the other thing about these kinds of that's the other thing about this. The best thing that you can do is that you can't take the problems of somebody else and put them onto your own. And then you're just going to be miserable feeling like you have to deal with the consequences of what they are feeling. And that's not fair to you.
Where did I screw up?
It wasn't you. Sure the intentions and stuff, but not your responsibility to take over other people's issues. Aww.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I?
Crying.
It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
I didn't say that the intention was to poison it or anything along those lines. Thought what you did best. But, Problem is, what you think is right for one person does not need to be right for the next person, though. Whew. Tears. Emotional. It's not your responsibility to fix everybody else's problems, though. Some problems are not meant to be fixed. That's okay. It's hard. Hard lesson to learn. It's just sometimes nothing you can do about it.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
Got some tears. In my feelings. Thank you for interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me. I wonder at times whether you think I am making these games. No. No, I don't think that he figured that. I think it was more of just the excitement of watching his friend do something. You've so infected my personal space that it's possible
And
I did begin to
the
plant
people who
solutions.
played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I
That
was
is
showing
true.
your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
That's true. You so infected my personal space that it's possible I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere, hidden between games. If there was an answer, a meaning, would it have made you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing these to people against my wishes? Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe? That's very true, dude. That's extremely true. So, that's really sad. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them? Would you
And
simply
then you
let them
stopped.
be what they
And
are?
I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
Yeah. This game got so deep. Would you simply let them be what they are? Yeah, it's true. This gets really harsh, though. When I'm around you, I feel physically ill. You desperately need something, and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. I do understand, though. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are a part of the process. I get that, too. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than me. That's also very fair. I don't know. I feel like you're lashing a little bit, though. Me personally. I realize this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine. You're not my problem to solve. That's exactly what I said. That's not... You're trying to take it upon yourself to fix this guy. But I do hope that one day it clicks, that you make peace with this thing that you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And
Oh my gosh.
so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in.
You're putting expectations on him.
Is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please.
But that's not his job to do that for you.
And all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Yeah, that's not his job to do that for you, though. Whew, this game is intense! Oh my gosh. No, you're having them.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Yeah. You get addicted to people telling you what you want to hear. You feel some sort of way and such, but it's not that guy's responsibility to take care of you, though. Not everything has to be about something either. You can just do something for nothing. But also, like, take care of yourself. Push it out. Stress yourself out, overextending. If you're doing something that you love, I was just having a discussion about this the other day with, I think, Jaquette, and I think you too, Charlie. It was when I was on his stream or something last time. That you cannot keep forcing yourself to do something that you're already burnt out on doing. That, you know, that's why I have like various spaces of like reading and various spaces of like playing video games or something along those lines. If I start to feel that burnout where I'm just like, I don't want to do this, I'd stop. I just stop doing it because I'm afraid that I'm going to hate something that I love. Because I keep forcing myself to do it. This is so pretty though. Super, super pretty.
Solution.
Not it, like I said previously, not every problem needs a solution. Not every game needs it.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Yeah, that could be it too. I could see where you were coming from though, but with your input and other information. No, I mean like even with the way that I was seeing that he was playing the games and such. I was kind of feeling it into it too, so I can then... But that's the problem with assumptions. Makes an ass out of you and me. I can see it though. I can see why he thought so much and was so concerned. But, you know, there's only so much that you can do, but it is not your job to fix that problem. You can't let the guilt get to you of that either. It's really, really heartbreaking to say.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
I did. No!
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
This is so pretty.
What now?
I'm gonna have to pause the game. The ad's coming in like 5 seconds. But man, this game so far, holy crap. Holy crap. This is intense. It is emotional. And like, it has some really, really good themes and stuff onto this. Like, holy moly. Very, very good game. Thank you, Alone. Oof. My gosh. And I know I'm not even done yet, but like, I know I'm just taking a quick break so that way everybody who was watching ads can come back right after. But, my golly gee gosh. It is intense. Intense. And it really makes you think about things onto it. And I can see where that guy's perspective of being like, yeah, but I want to show you because, you know, everybody else will love it and onto it. It's not your, not your validation. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just your validation, not their validation. That's the hard truth about what some people have a hard time thinking too. Is like, oh, well, I like it and this is what I'll do. It means they'll like it and this is what they'll do too. And it's like, that's not the case for everybody. It really isn't. You really can't just, you can't hope that people are gonna have the same reaction that you do and then be disappointed that people didn't have the same reaction you did. Heartbreaking, but it is what it is. It's how it happens. You cannot be heartbroken by the people not having the same reaction that you, because people are not you. They can't. They're not gonna see the same ways that you do. That was a hard thing that I had to learn at a
I think I need to go.
very young age, which was
I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
it's one of the things that I had to learn at a very young age and frequently, that you cannot expect people to react the way that you were hoping them to. Or you cannot expect people to do things that you were hoping they would do for you. They're not you. I don't want to say lower your expectations, but stop expecting them to do what you think that they should be doing. Because they'll never do what you think they should be doing. And if they do, that's great. But if they don't, you feel heartbroken because they didn't do what you thought they should be doing. And that's not on them to fix how you're feeling. And it'll disappoint you and you'll have a lot of emotions about it, but it's true. I'm not sad. It sucks. And it's a hard realization that you can't keep expecting people. It's true. Like, you can't. If you do, you're just bad. I wasn't sure if it was gonna. I was like, ah. I know I keep spinning around, but I'm making sure that I'm trying not to like miss anything. No, all of it's very, you know, keep moving forward, but. Such a power move too. Posting, they're like, "Oh, you don't want to talk to me anymore because you didn't like that I was sharing your games. Well, here I am sharing all of your games so you can talk to me right now." It's like, why? Why? It's not gonna help your case in this scenario, though. Am I gonna float up? Yeah. Aw. I was hoping I could see like the outside. Oh, I did! Oh, wow. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful! I know, it's so pretty. Oh, gorgeous. Ugh. At the end? Oh my gosh! That's so good!
From this cave.
So good.
You said, let me prove
This project would not have been possible without the following individuals.
let me keep going.
And it said 4R. Man! Wow!
The cave goes for miles.
Turn back. Written by Helena Heron. Ryan Roth.
And you're
Wow.
so tired.
Fantastic game. For realsies.
But I know that you're strong. So turn back.
I really don't know how to like
Turn back.
say more about like the topics onto this game, except for what I've already kind of said onto it without retouching everything all over again. And this game was super powerful, and I loved it a lot. I'm very, very glad that it was suggested to me. Very, very glad it was suggested. Actually, if Vindel is not watching, I might have him try to go and play this. Because, wow! Such an intense game. That was beautiful. I liked it a lot. Wow, wow, wow. Wow! Super nice. Ugh, GG's. Thank you. Man. I kind of want to end. I kind of want to end it there. I kind of want to leave the stream there. I don't want to apply anything else onto it. I just kind of want everybody's emotions to kind of sit with it and kind of, you know, kind of think about things. Now that I'm in the big screen, you can see my headphones. Man, that's such a good game. That was super, super powerful, super eye-opening. It, you know, a lot of people don't think about that kind of stuff too, about how their reactions and the way that they do things may affect other people onto that kind of situation. And if you're doing it in the intention, even if it's the intention that you're not trying to what's the word I'm thinking of? that you're trying to support them and that you're trying to be like, "Oh, look at this wonderful thing that I did for you. Look at this I did this for you. I did this for you." Well, it's like, A, they didn't ask you. You didn't ask to do that for you. So they don't owe you anything. B, if if that was the case when they showed you something privately and you were showing everybody else around, I would be upset too. That's my private thoughts, my private feelings, and I was opening them up to you, and that's how you took that and you started showing it. It's like opening up a diary and reading it out loud to a bunch of friends and stuff. I could see how he felt betrayed by that. No, even if the intention was good, intention is a killer. Intention is a big, big thing. You can have the best intentions in the world, and that's great and that's wonderful, but not be the best intention for them. And it's not something you can really work with. And their feelings are not your feelings. As hard as that is to say onto it, you can want to help somebody. You can want to help them. You know, if I would have had, truthfully, I would have had the same reaction that one guy did. Was like, hey, I think something's wrong with their feelings, and like I think they're stressed, or I think they're having the anxiety. I would have felt the same way, but instead of publicly being like that, I would have maybe done something differently. But that's just me. And who's to say that my answer would have been the right answer either? Because at one point, if I've tried to talk to the person about the subject and on there, and they've closed me off, I'm not going to bring it up again. Because as much as I want to go and help and do all of that, it's not my responsibility to fix what's going on. And that is also a really hard lesson for a lot of people. Not everything is meant to be fixed. Not everything is meant to be solved. Sometimes you might be looking into something that's too much, that's not even there. Exactly. Yeah. And it's wonderful that you want to go and help. And it's wonderful that you want to go and fix the problems and on to that. It just can't be. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just sometimes it's not meant to be. Ugh. Man, 10 out of 10. Thank you alone for suggesting that game. And I'm very, very glad. I'm very, very glad to have played. It was very, very nice. If that is, and I'm pretty sure you were saying, I think they said that it was based on kind of a true story onto it. And so if that was the case, it's only helping if you help in the wet and that's needed, and that is within your capabilities. Exactly. Yeah. And like, if the help is wanted. If you try to help somebody who does not want your help, then the way that's needed and that is within your capacity. No, you're fine. I read that wrong. But no, and I agree. And it's also very, very important to, if it's wanted, if it's needed, and a little bit on the way. It's like, you can try to force yourself to help somebody, but if they don't accept it and if you keep forcing yourself onto them, then that's only going to cause resentment. And it's not the way to go. And it's so hard because you love the person, or you want what's best for them, or you want, you have, as he was saying, this wasn't the guy that I met previously. This wasn't the guy that I knew. There's something has to be onto it. And if that's the case, then you see what you can do. But if there's nothing to do, then there's nothing to do. Not saying give up, but I'm saying be there, but don't press, don't push. If you press, then it's only going to make it worse. If you push, then it's only going to make it worse. You just let them know that you're there. Let them know that you can help them out in like other ways. Like that help cleaning game. I really like that when they're like, oh man, when you're taking care of yourself and you're going on to there. And it's like, yeah, that's true. And like, you asked for help. Like, you asked to be able to do onto it. You asked them to go clean. You asked them to go to organize the books. You're asking them to fix the carpet. You're asking them to help you with your load. You're asking them to help you with what's going on. Don't ask. They won't know. But in the same instance, if they don't ask, they may not need it. Ugh, lots of feelings. Lots of feelings. Made me cry a little bit. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it on to there. I like that it's a one and done. I like that it was pretty quick. It was on sale for $10. Highly recommend. There is a couple of flashing warnings, which when I post this to my YouTube, I will put a small flashing warning. I said it way too late. Thank you for stream. That was super interesting. Thank you for hanging out with me, Charlie. I really appreciate that you're here and you're supporting me, and we're just going through the feelings together, and I love that. I love that so much. I will have more information and updates about what I'm doing via merch and other things. Updated onto my Discord. So I know you're already following, but everybody else who would like to also be interested in what's going on, Discord link down below. And I normally post in like general or announcements or something along those lines. I have game suggestions and I have food suggestions. Like if you have like a really good food combination or idea or something along those lines, or food recommendation, be like, hey, have you ever tried this? Because like I tried Indian curry for the first time a little while ago, like actual, because I've had butter chicken, that was really good, and then I had Indian curry for the first time, so that was super good. And then I actually had Japanese curry for the first time. Well, not the first time, but like a couple of times, but it's also super good. So I like food suggestions, I like game suggestions, I like art. If you are willing to show, I will never pressure, never tell you that you would like to, but if you would ever want to show that, I have that onto my Discord and all that other fun jazz onto it. My YouTube channel is down below as well. I will be posting this and a couple of my other videos. Well, I have my old past VODs and streams that I have previously done. I've done Inscription. I've done Deltarune Chapter 2, Noelle Snowgrave Route. I did have all the others originally, but I had a problem with my recording system and it deleted everything. So I have to redo all of that. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Hiccuping. I'd rather hiccup than anything else. I have Inscription. I have Tunic, which is a super good game. I have a Tunic, which is a super good game, and loved that game. And let me think. I'm trying to think of all the other ones that I put on there so far. I'm thinking, oh, Little Nightmares 1 and 2 onto there. Hopefully we'll be playing that Little Nightmares 3 soon. I missed the deal where it was on sale, so now I can't get it. I have to wait until it goes back on sale, unfortunately. So no, I know. Thankfully it's just hiccuping. But thank you all so much for watching and hanging out. Oh, I do also have a TikTok now. I'm going through my old videos and posting, and my new videos now. I'm posting clips of my favorite moments and stuff onto my favorite moments from my Twitch streams and anything else in between. I'm going to be posting that on the TikTok just as a funny haha. As like, hey, this is me. This is what's going on. Just to get it out there a little bit. But thank you all so much for watching and hanging out. And I will see you all later. Good night and goodbye, my Bookie Stitches. I would like you to stay spooky. But good night, everybody. Good night. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you so much, Charlie. I know it was a sad game, but we gotta do one of these. We gotta do one of these. Yep, you knew what was up. You know what we haven't done in a minute? You know what we haven't done?
Radioactive shrimp from Walmart. Radioactive shrimp from Walmart.
One bite made me glow in the dark.
It's been a minute, and I was like, man, I haven't heard that in a hot minute. I might have to update those again soon. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get rid of Crab Ray because that one's like one of my favorites. But thank you so much for watching. And I want you all to stay spooky, my Bookie Stitches, and I will see you all later. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.